Hi, my name is Gavin Dewey, and here are 5 tips plus a secret bonus tip at the end to selling your home here in the Valley of the Sun. This includes Scottsdale, the East Valley, the West Valley, and Phoenix. The first step is really the first impression of your home. And what's important is people see it and they like it from the first impression. So that means making sure the outside paint looks pretty good. If it's a little dirty, you can wash it off with a hose. You might need it painted, but sometimes just a little bit of a wash will help with the hose. Definitely make sure the weeds are pulled. A home can look beautiful on the inside, but if somebody comes up to it and they see all these weeds, they're not thinking about, living in the home, being comfortable. They're thinking about, oh man, how long am I gonna have to spend pulling weeds in the front yard or hiring somebody? So you definitely don't want somebody to think that first right off the bat. And then number 2 is specifically for Phoenix. I've had a client, I've had many different types of clients. I've had a client once that was selling her home for just about $2 million. And she was staying somewhere else for the summer. And she wanted to keep her house at 85 degrees in the summer. And lo and behold, it was one of the hotter summers that we had here before, where we've had 114, 110, 120. And there was a noticeable difference in her house between the first and second floor of her house. And it made it impossible to sell in the summer. No one wanted to purchase it in the summer because they were so concerned. I mean, I know it will cost a little bit more in the summer to keep it cooler, but it's just one of those things. People don't want to come in from roasting outside like a Kenny Rogers roasted chicken and then come inside and be pretty roasty as well. So it's just one of those things that's smart. It might be a little bit more expensive, but it's just very wise to keep your home comfortable, especially in the summer. In the winter, it's okay if it's a little bit cooler. People really don't mind that as much. But in the summer, that's the most important time to keep your air conditioning here in the Valley of the Sun as a comfortable level. The number 3 thing would be inside clutter, like making sure everything is put away on the countertops. You don't have your collection of troll dolls or dolls. I've seen someone that had a collection of wigs all throughout the house. Gave a little bit of a creepy vibe. And so it's very important. And one of the ways to make this easy for yourself is if you go and look at some new home builders, whether it's Pulte or Del Webb. Shea Homes has been doing a nice job with staging their models. I think I actually on this channel, there's a Shea home. I think it's a stunning home in Peoria. You can take a look at that video. You can see how well crafted it looks. It looks beautiful. And that's what you're trying to emulate. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it helps to have a lot less clutter in the house. The number 4 thing is updates. And this can make a huge difference. I don't know how to stress this enough. You've seen it with home flippers. They'll buy a home and for, let's say, $400,000, $500,000, they'll update the fixtures and they'll paint it and they'll put in new countertops and they'll mark it up a couple $100,000. And those things like paint, updating fixtures, is a couple $100, maybe $1,000 at most. Just for the paint and the fixtures. You could go a little higher depending on the fixtures that you use, but it makes a huge difference. So if you have those old brass, like 1990, builder stock stuff in your home, it's going to pay you dividends to update that. I know you think, well, the next person that buys it, going to put in what they want, but people see what they see. They don't see what you want it to be or what they want it to be. They see what they see. And for the most part, people don't really want to put any work into it. They want to be ready to go, just like moving into a new build. They kind of want the used home to be as competitive as the new build. And believe it or not, new builds are priced competitively against existing homes. So you have to know that is some of your competition when you're selling a home. And really, the 5th thing is a little cliche, is not using a realtor that has a process. I have an 8-step process that I use. A couple of things is like something as simple as putting your best foot forward and hiring a professional photographer. You see realtors that have their own photos. They're in the photo, like you see them in the mirror, in the bathroom mirror type of thing. And it's like, or they may have a picture of a dog in the photo. I've seen a fair amount of those as well. It just, people start and almost end their search online right now, mostly with Zillow. They've kind of really wrangled in the Realty MLS market and have the access to it. So most people just start there. So if your photos don't look good, there's a good chance your home won't even get seen. And then the bonus content here. The bonus content is, it's one of those things that's a little tricky. You want to price your home just right. If you price it too much, I know you want as much as possible. If you price it that way, especially in today's market with the higher interest rates, the only people that are buying from typically out of state, from expensive areas into a less expensive area like California, parts of Nevada, parts of New York, up in Chicago. Those types of areas are moving in tremendous amounts here to the Valley of the Sun because of the great weather that we have in the winter months. I like to say we have Minnesota summer, which is about October through early May sometimes, and then we have heck or hell, which tends to be late May through early October. It can be pretty hot. It's not uncommon to be 100 or more on those days. So just to go circle back to the overpricing, when that happens, the home tends to sit on the market. People think, oh, that person's unreasonable. I don't even want to see it. They're smoking too much of that stuff that that they grow in Colorado that's really green, and they don't want to deal with it. But however, I've seen personally, and when someone slightly underprices the home, people just run. They absolutely run to value. They love it, and you get more than one person looking at the home. You get a full price offer or more. In fact, even in this market that we have here, last year I had a client that priced their home just right, and they got about a 1% over asking price offer, and they had two people looking at the home at the same time. So that significantly helps. If they priced it too high, people would have been like, I don't know. They nitpick here and there. When it's priced just right, it works. It is what it is. We're in a competitive market right now, and interest rates are high. If you want to know more, or you like to find out more about my 8-step process to help get your home sold for a lot more, feel free to call or text 480-772-3803. Again, that's 480-772-3803. Thank you, and make it a great day and a great week.